Hey Fish Fam, this is Nikachu, Merfolk Master. We're here for round 3 with Lurrus Merfolk in Modern. Lurrus is doing some good stuff for Merfolk. I think this should be a staple card in the archetype. What is the best fit for it? I don't know yet, but we're all gonna find out, so don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Opponent says they're a fan, I'll say thanks. This is a good hand for Chalice, because we get to go turn 1 Vial, turn 2 Chalice, and we can bounce early drop, so I'll keep it. But this is very similar to that Tron matchup. Well, it's not as bad as against the Tron matchup, because I didn't even have Violet there. But it's possible the Chalice is dead, so hopefully... Coralhelm has been doing okay. Coralhelm is nice. Flying damage, buffs the team. No complaints. Misty, there's some chance actually I'm going to attack with this Mutavault, so I'll play Mutavault first. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm going to just slam Chalice no matter what. Even if we're on against an Uro deck, they now have Path to Exile and Lightning Bolt in their archetype, so they're getting more and more common. Really? Okay, we're in some trouble then. I guess the Mutavault might have signaled to them, I don't have a lot of blue mana. Okay, so we might have a non-game here. Well, maybe not. I mean, I still get to play Chalice. Coralhelm Commander is a beat stick in its own right. See what happens. But this hand's not really well prepared to play against. Well, I mean, it's okay against Uro, but not great. I'd rather Uro doesn't resolve, period. Let's see if we can bait some counter spells. Bait. The bait. The bait! You took the bait. I guess they had to Spell Snare that, otherwise it shuts off Spell Snare. Maybe we'll play another Chalice next turn. Is there a link to the deck list? Go ! Or there's like a cardboard live thing. There you go. ! Deck. Okay, they seem to want to defend against Chalice on 1. Let's keep doing that then. They wanted to defend. I sort of want to put this into play on tap, but I don't think there's a point to doing that. I don't think there's a shot in hell my opponent can play any creatures. Hey, we can actually kill an Uro. Well, here's the deal. They probably Spell Snare this because this was a 1 CMC card, so they either Spell Snare this or let this resolve and counter a future Spell Snare. It becomes a dead card anyway. Okay, you hear that, Uro? We're ready. We're coming for you. You're going to get a bunch of value, and I'm going to sink 2 cards into you. Growth Spiral! Oh! Sultai. This card was good, huh? Okay. So they have Fatal Push in hand. Interesting. Field of Ruin. Okay, so if they definitely have Fatal Push in hand. Oh, interesting. Even more interesting stuff. I am... Do we just attack? Okay, hold on. Let's play the Vial first. Just going to attack with this Mutavault. Get them to use the Field of Ruin. You want to counter this? What do you have in your hand? You Abrupt Decay my Chalice? The hand is so weird. I'm going to try to... at the very least, I would try to get the Harbinger out first. I don't know, was this worth it? Maybe I'm wrong on this. Nah. Okay, let's go. Let's go, Mutavault. It's go time. We can start, like, I don't know, if I have a dead turn, I can just go get Lurrus, put it in my hand. Well, our opponent seems to be choked on mana. I think. They don't have Uro. What a weird hand. What a weird game. Well, if they're just going to leave up interaction, we're just not going to do anything. I don't have to do anything I don't want to. If they abrupt decay the Ether Vial, that'll be awkward. They didn't. Alright, this Ether Vial is going to do some work now. Maybe we'll get that Chalice of the Void back after all. I'd love a land so I can just... this is not too bad. I can flash in the Trickster. Sunken Hollow. Why attack with Mutavault why attack with Mutavault into Field of Ruin instead of just putting Lurrus into hand? There's no then I can't play my Ether Vial that turn. I only had 3 lands. I couldn't put Ether Vial I couldn't play an Ether Vial from my hand that turn, and then I'd be a lot slower on mana right now. There is no tar pit. It looks like a tar pit. It was a sunken hollow. Okay, so our only advantage right now is we are advantaged on mana. So our opponent appears to be choked on mana. We should make him blow up the Chalice for a 3rd time. Yeah, maybe. So far, playtesting with this, though, honestly, maybe I should have had a Lurrus in my Simic deck the entire time. Maybe that was just the thing. That was an idea coined, like, from day one. But I'm like, this is ridiculous. But honestly, through playtesting, I'm not casting Lurrus with mana very often. Like, it's very rare. I am putting Lurrus in play very often through Ether Vial, and it's usually like I just have nothing else to do in the late game. All right, let's get a Lurrus. I am casting Lurrus a little bit, but not that much. It's just like I would say 85% Ether Vial. Grab Lurrus, check Vial to 3, put it in play. Not even sure what to do here. I might not even play the Trickster, because my opponent's not tapping any mana. And I think our opponent has a counterspell. Does your Simic list not run Dismember? My Simic list, I mean, depends. It always runs Dismember. So the question, is it in the main or the sideboard? Oh, you do have Uro. You do have Uro. Why are you so shy, Uro? Why are you so shy? Oh, I should have played the Trickster in response. That was silly. Okay, now I'm going to play Trickster. Oops, I should have done this at end of turn. If they mana leak my Trickster, they mana leak my Trickster. Okay, they didn't mana leak my Trickster. And I'm going to dismember the Uro when it comes back. I don't know if that's going to be a good plan or not, but that's going to be the plan. Or maybe do I play Coral Helm, buff up Coral Helm to max? Because that's an option too. Yeah, maybe that's not too bad. Or maybe not. Maybe I should just play the Harbinger and attacked. It's just that Harbinger is something I can play at instant speed, but I'm not going to play it at instant speed if I'm buffing up the Coral Helm. Green, green, black, black. Interesting. You're actually not heavy on mana at the moment. Or you're lacking some green mana. So actually, I might be able to prevent this Uro from even getting cast. Alright, let's see if this works. I will not mind if it does. Or do you have another spell snare? Counter target spell with convert mana cost less than or equal to number of cards in controller's graveyard. Sure, okay. Tick this up. How many Drown in the Locks do you have? How did the Splinterfin League go? I had 2 of them yesterday. One went poorish. Oh, it went 2-3, but the second one went 4-1, so that was good. Redeemed itself. And now I'm trying to play the deck without the Splinterfin combo. You know, playing some interactive cards here. I can't say these look brilliant right now, though. Alright, don't have a land. And also don't have counterspells, because I intend on pissing away 4 life in order to deal with you. Oh, good, no land. Okay. So what does that mean? Do these Sultai decks have, like, sweepers? I'm just wondering if I should just go all out here. I don't mind going all out here. It's a pretty good spot. Sultai Uro. Sultai Uro. 1 damnation. Oh god. Are you playing like you have 1 damnation in your hand? I don't know if they have got the damnation. I don't know. They're playing so funny. Like, they clearly have these Drowned in the Locks, but they're letting Trickster resolve. This, like, it's, like, leading me to believe that they've got a little something, you know, going on here. I sort of want to play the Harbinger, but I also want the backup plan of just bouncing this fucking Uro just in case. Okay, I'm just going to keep playing cards. So I'll play with Lord of Atlantis and attack with it into this Uro. Because if they block, we just need to use 1 Dismember to kill it. And if they have Force Negation, we got the backup Dismember. Though it might look really sus. Oh, that's appealing. That looks pretty good. Okay, let's give flying. And buff it up a little bit. Away we go. Oh, maybe they got the Fatal Push, then they'll think like, oh, we're going to Fatal Push this, block this, everything's going to be awesome. I guess this attack just looks damn weird to them. Maybe I should have just attacked with these 2 to make it look like I don't have Dismember. I just don't want to leave any damage on the table here. This is still like 9 damage, and we're threatening lethal if they don't Dismember next turn. Okay, they're just going to take it all. Sure. Pass priority. Okay, let's try to kill Uro. It's going to cost me a lot of life. They have 1 Force Negation. It's over. Uro's dead. We killed Uro. Okay, can we beat Cryptic Locks? Not really. Oh, here comes Damnation. The one of! Or is this a Jace? Damnation. That's why I'm the Merfolk Master. I can smell it a mile away. I can smell this shit a mile away. I know these things, people. I know. Like, how do you let me resolve that Trickster when you clearly had Drown in the lock? How do you let me do that? Okay, now here's the problem. I gotta deal with Uro probably at least one more time, so this Harbinger has value still. Or maybe I just go all out. I can still go all out. They play Uro once. We Violin Lurrus. And then grab a Lord from the graveyard. Hopefully that's enough, though. It might not be. Ooh, that's nice. I sort of want to hard cast the Silvergill Adept. They clearly have something here. They clearly have something. I don't know what it is, but they clearly have something. Yeah, proceeds to waste 8 life on an Uro. Well, the thing is, if I don't kill the Uro, they might not Damnation. Because they start gaining life, and then they'll have like a... They might create some maybe Cryptic Loop. They have Snap in this deck, right? No, no snaps. Not that I see. Where's the creatures? 4 Uro, that's it. You know what? I'm actually going to hard cast the Master of the Pearl Trident. And the reason I'm doing this is that I guarantee the card draw off of Silvergill Adept with Vial. That's the plan. It's a master plan. I got plans, people. Uro number 2. Well, they're not going to Wrath my Harbinger of the Tides. And my concern is I didn't want to play Silvergill Adept and they counter it. I have a feeling they've got Mana Leaks and Drown in the Locks in their hands. How many Uros do you have? Oh, another Uro, and they're tapping out for this too. Can we win? I get Lurrus online. I get another Lord. 4, 8, 11. Oh, we can get 11, but we can't win. Close. Ooh. Okay, they're ready to Fatal Push something. That's for sure. Okay, whatever. Fatal Push away if you want. This is still game 1. What a grind. Ooh, Copter. Great draw. I guess we still take this to 3. Attack for 8. There's some ways we can beat a... Oh, man. I'm sure... Okay, what's going on here? Okay, they don't have Cryptic. Because I think they would... Maybe they're not holding on to Cryptic. Or maybe they have Cryptic, but they were like, I really need to get to this 8th land so I escape Uro and still have a good game here. So you're going to Fatal Push probably this. Okay, I guess we're just going to maximize on our value here. But the thing is, they're bluffing a push. I don't think they're bluffing. Oh, they're going to get the Lord of Atlanta. Oh, interesting. If it was a creature, you gain 3 life. Okay, gotcha. You got it. It's too bad. Are you still lacking green mana? No. Okay, what are our options here? Because we have a Lord of Atlantis in hand. I can just cast this, but that's not good value. I can get Dismember. I can get Chalice on 1. If that matters. They can escape this, although it's not a good escape. Honestly, I really want this Smuggler's Copter on the battlefield. Or I can just play Lord of Atlantis from my hand, serve. Serve for 11. They go to 3. They escape Uro. 1 green left. I really need this Mutavault. Why can't I play Mutavault from my graveyard? My fear is Cryptic Locks right now. Like, we're close to Cryptic Lock range. We're also close to Damnation range as well. And Smuggler's Copter is really nice to play here. Spreading Seas doesn't do much. Greed Light. Well, Seas just to play Copter is not as good as just playing Copter, because you're just hoping to draw land here. Because, like, if they go land, fetch, Sanctuary, put Damnation on top of deck, put cast Uro from graveyard, draw Damnation, Damnation board. Having this Copter here would be very valuable. And I still have a Lord in hand. Because putting anything back from the graveyard doesn't mean anything. Putting them to 3 might mean something, though. If I could put them to 1, that would mean something, because then they have to literally top deck. Chalice of the Void might be worth something. To hit the Cling to Dust again. I really need a Mutavault here. Well, okay, then did I screw up? No, I didn't screw up activating this, because we thought we were going to get a Lord from the graveyard. No, Chalice on 1, I think is our worst option. If anything, I'll do that next turn. Attack for 8. Okay, attack for 8. Go down to 6. Gain 3 life. Still have Lord here. Or play Lord. If I play Lord, attack, put you to 3. You play Uro, get to 6, get Damnation. Or even Cryptic Command. Unfortunately, Smuggler's Copter can't play around Cryptic Command right now. If I could violence something after the Cryptic resolves, I could. Oh, my options here suck. Okay, hold on. Let's say this is a green source. This is a green source. You still have plenty of black to cast Damnation. Okay, I'm going to put the Copter on the battlefield, even though it's not good value. See how do they respond to a Copter. Yeah, I'm ahead on time, so I don't mind about the clock too much. Our opponent is still choked on land, so I mean they have to draw a fetch land maybe to get themselves into the game, but they have 2 draws for that fetch land because they'll draw a card for the turn and draw a card off of Uro. It's discarding Factor Fiction. Okay, now they don't have much. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. We saw it for a long time. They were scared of that Copter. Got rid of a Factor Fiction. That's not bad. Well, Cactus of Ishmok, my opponent, in response, Cling to Dust my Lord. Like, I was gonna get that Lord and serve. But now, it doesn't look as appealing of a line. Like, yeah, if Lurrus resolves, and I would go get the Lord, and I have a Copter and Lord in hand, but now getting, like, Trickster or Coralhelm Commander is not very appealing to me. They still might play Cling to Dust after playing this Uro. They're tapping their mana weird, because, I mean, this island is doing nothing. Okay, go up to 9. Okay, oh, damn it. Oh, but they didn't get it earlier. Alright, so they could still Damnation. They're leaving it in the graveyard. I know your plans. Okay, so what are we trying to dodge? What's the last card in your hand? My Uro, my stinky Uro friend. If it's cryptic, we're in trouble. And it could be cryptic. Our opponent has been playing... Oh, yeah, here comes the cryptic. Tap all creatures, draw a card. Okay. So I want, like, I don't know, Mutavaults from here on out. Or we need to get this Chalice on a very large number. We're talking 4. I need lands. A lot more lands. Yeah, I knew it. Okay, so they can fetch for Cryptic. But maybe they can run out of stuff to Cryptic. So I guess in the meantime, let's just put stuff on the battlefield from the graveyard. Or I could start using Spreading Seas and drawing cards. I mean, this is a cantrip. Chalice on 1 is useless right now. Come on, people. Chalice on 1. Chalice on 1 is hands down completely garbage. Complete garbage. Spreading Seizing this does nothing. On Spreading Seas, you fetch. How many islands do you have? 1. This is not an island. This is not an island. This is an island, island, island. You actually... Oh, man, they just have enough... Well, yeah, they have enough islands. Or maybe I should have done this before playing that Dark Slick Shores. No, they're going to go for a Cryptic Loop if they can. Because I'm only 2 turns away from dying. Okay, so I have to draw into something. How could we break it up with Seas? I'm so curious. I mean, if we make them... They're just gonna put it on top of their deck anyway. They could just... They're just gonna buy their time. Or they're doing it their upkeep, so it doesn't even matter. I have no idea how you would break the lockup with Seas. Yeah, if we drew Force, that would be nice. It'd be nice to have a Silvergill Adept in the graveyard. I mean, I don't know what we need. Mutavault would be nice. Or I guess the card we need is Force Negation, but I don't have it in the main deck. I have these Chalice of the Voids. Copter would do nothing here, actually, because they tap all our creatures, and then even if I crew in response, then Copter gets tapped. I think that's the end of the game here. Well, I guess I can leave... Okay, tap all creatures. Yep. Okay, maybe it's not over, because they still need a land to fetch. Ooh, I got another Dismember people, and I have some life to work with. Alright, so let's... Let's start with Coral Helm. Well, they used up a bunch of removal spells on this, so it wasn't too bad. Let's play Lord of Atlantis. And they can't get Cryptic yet. Unless they play a fetch land, and then in response to their draw trigger, they get another Cryptic. Okay, so we have some hope. There's some hope here. It requires our opponent to not have any way to remove both our creatures or tap them down. Oh shit. We do get one more turn, though, if this Dismember resolves. No, we're not dead. We get one more turn. No, I'm not dead, people. Stop talking like I'm dead. Now, this might work to our advantage. No! Oh, they have a counterspell. Because I could shrink it to a 1/1 and then I'm still alive. Oh, they had force negation. It's too bad. Oh well. Keck W. Now I'm dead. There was some chance we could have won there because if they went for the, I mean, I guess they had the force backup, so they didn't care what was going to happen. Okay, let's bring in some cards that are good in this matchup, like Force of Negation and Relic of Progenitus, and let's take out some cards that are bad. Let's take out one island, and the Spreading Seas are pretty terrible. 2, 3. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, no Dismember's garbage too. Shit, what are we gonna bring in? Well, I don't want to bring in Relic. I don't want to bring in Chalice. That's interesting. Huh. I guess we are gonna play with Spreading Seas. Didn't think I was gonna do that. Can Pithing Needle name anything? Pithing Needle can name fetch lands. Seas is pretty bad, I think. I think Seas is a really bad card. I think if people are really overestimating how good this card is going to be in this match, it might mana screw the green part. It might, but like they can still play the front half of Uro for 1 green. And I might bring in. Oh, like see, like what can I bring in? Do they have engineered explosives? You know what killed us was the one of damnation. Why do you have to have that one of damnation? That was bullshit. Why the same thing against another Uro deck. I lost because they had a one of fire spout. Okay, so there's another damnation coming in from the sideboard, so they can have 2 damnations. Pithing Needle can hit engineered explosives. Do you know what? Maybe I will have some chalices, because there's like Blood Chief's Thirst, Veil of Summer. But it nails my relics. Hits my relics hard. They do have Jace. Okay, how many of one fetch land do you have? Misty Rainforest and Pluto Delta. I could just name Misty Rainforest and Pluto Delta and turn off their I think those are the only fetch lands. Let's just do this crappy strategy. I think preventing my opponent from fetching is better than not. And maybe we'll hit a Jace the Mind Sculptor, because Jace the Mind Sculptor is useless on the board. I don't know. I don't like using Pithing Needles for that effect, but... Well, this hand's not playable. Mulligan? Okay, no, I won't blind name anything with Pithing Needle, but we're going to keep this. Or maybe I should just pitch the Pithing Needle. This hand is pretty good overall. Look at that. I could play Pithing Needle on Pluto Delta in the blind and mana screw them. It would have been great. So far, so good. Can't bring back Ataxian Probes. You go turn 1 Pluto Delta, yeah. If they play a second Pluto Delta, well, I mean, it could have went like we could have played Pithing Needle on Misty Rainforest and then bricked. I don't know if they have a lot of if their green sources are really super low, maybe Spreading Seas is better than I think. But the problem with Spreading Seas in this matchup is that you need multiples of them. If you have one Spreading Seas, it's useless. A second Pluto Delta. We could have Stone Rain their whole hand. The second Pluto Delta. Ooh, that card is gas. All right, good start, good start. Would we play Probe in this meta? Um, yeah, I tried out Peak because at a time that people didn't use their graveyard very much. Is Peak valuable now? It might be okay right now. Okay, don't EE on one. I left myself a little vulnerable here. Not gonna lie. The crappy thing is the Smuggler's Copter is probably not gonna get a lot of value. This deck has a lot of removal, unlike the other Uro decks. We can go get Lurrus soon. I'm just gonna attack with this Mutavault. Leave Copter on defense for a little while. No removal. Where they're saving it? Are you saving a removal for Copter? Or are you just gonna abrupt decay the Copter right now? Not gonna deal with that nonsense. Draw 2 cards. Okay. Draw more. No more. I don't know how I feel about being conservative with Copter here. Maybe I should be more aggressive. They did not attack my board at all. Sure. I'm gonna relic them at end of turn because it appears that I cannot interact with Mystic Sanctuary anyway, and I think our opponent recognizes that. Lurrus is a reason to be more aggressive with Copter? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, they're gonna get the thing back. But they don't have any black mana to use it this turn, so we can attack with Copter this turn. Ugh, did I really have to draw that? Do you know what? I'm gonna just play this, because if they play another Archmage's Charm, I really want to counter that. Damn it! But there's like no way to continue this game. Do I let you have one turn? Like there's not even any guarantee I can use like Lurrus or anything. Pass. I don't know if this is a good pass or not, but I'm gonna pass. I'm not really preparing myself for the long game very well. And we know they have a fatal push. So everything is gotta hold off production of everything right now. Also, I gotta remember to start exiling stuff from my own graveyard because of Drown in the Lock. Like, Drown in the Lock affects me too. Oops, I gotta have it stop at my turn. Because I have too many things in the graveyard here. Okay, I'll just play this Lord and pass. I know they've got Fatal Push, I'll just let it die. Or maybe that's a reason not to play anything and I should just pass the turn. Oh, they just let me win. Okay. I have no idea what's going on, but they have a Fatal Push on top of their deck. But they've decided, let's go to game 3. I think that's just a strategic plan by our opponents. But imagine we played that Pithing Needle on that, I don't know, Polluted Delta or something. No, we're behind on time by a minute. But they might say, do you know what, this game is so bad because their hand might be just literally drowned in the locks and Uros that they can't, or not Uro. I guess their hand is like 4 drowned in the lock, some spell snares, and nothing was really going to resolve, and they're just down a bunch of cards. And they're like, you know what, I don't have time for this. Or they didn't want to sink any more time into a game that they were losing. So they're going to spend the rest of their time on a game that they can win. Why don't we put in Lurrus? Because then we can't use it as a companion. The fact that it's in the... That's how companions work. If you can choose this as your companion, and then you pay 3 mana during the game to take it from your sideboard and put it into your hand. If we put it into the deck, then we have to hope to draw it. But we'll always draw it if it's in our sideboard. But I don't know the real circumstances. I'm just speculating. Okay, we're down on... Oh, they're at 5 minutes. They're actually way down on time compared to us. They're way down on time. Okay, I'm going to keep this hand. Copter and Silvergill Adept. And a lot of mana, so maybe we can get to a point where we can actually put Lurrus into our hand and cast Lurrus. Okay, this is a little bit too many lands. In fact, some of these lands are going to start coming into play tapped. Wow, I have to do all my 4 Darkslick Shores. All 4 Darkslick Shores. Here come the copters. Yeah, showing up with quads. Quadcopters. This really isn't the greatest hand, but it's not a bad hand. Oh, actually, no, I can't play Silvergill Adept with this hand yet. So maybe it is a bad hand. But we got them to use an Abrupt Decay on the Copter, so that's whatever. That's okay. I wonder if Lurrus is going to have a part to play in this game. Would love a Relic. Relic would be nice. That, you know, truth be told, that's not too bad. I'll take that. Maybe we can bait a counterspell here. Trying to lock and counter this, damn it. Maybe that's not too bad. But honestly, I'd rather have the I would like to have an Aether Vial right now on the board, more than a Smuggler's Copter. I'm not in love with the exchange. All right, Mystic Sanctuary, bring back, Drown the Lock. Okay. Oh, sweet. Silvergill Adept. Okay. Let's get these Silvergill Adepts online before opponent finds, like, more answers. Okay, we're gonna dump this Darkslick Shores like it's hot. Oh, sweet. We got to attack with this thing, too. Can this Pithing Needle do anything, though? Do I blind name something? Okay, coast seems to be clear. So let's just empty our hand, sort of. If they Damnation, that'd be great. Then I can attack for 12. What do they put back into their hand? Drown in the lock? So I don't want them to kill my copter, so I'm just going to attack with these 6 creatures. Okay, drown the Mutavault. Maybe I shouldn't have just attacked with the Mutavault. Mutavault is a huge asset right now. It's not something I want to defend, though, either. It's like, if you fetch for Drown the Locks every turn, I think I'm okay with that. Just don't want to get hit by Damnation. Do I play this? Do we play this, chat? And if we play Pithing Needle, what are we naming? What are we gonna name? They got a Polluted Delta already in the graveyard, so the odds are equal between future forest, Misty Rainforests and other crap. Maybe they just let it resolve. Oh my god, they let it resolve. We're gonna name Misty Rainforest. They yielded until end of turn. What a mistake! What a mistake they made. Can I let other stuff resolve? Damnation, they would need a lot here. Ah, screw it, I'm gonna play a Master of the Pearl Trident while I'm at it. If they Damnation and have counter backup somehow, so be it. We got him! We got him! Oh god, okay, no Damnation Spell Snare. Okay, no Damnation Spell Snare. Ah, it's hard to hold up Force Negation here. I guess we don't. Or I guess I just attack again. I have all the resources. I can't attack for lethal, so I'm not even going to try. I can Trickster at end of turn. Alright. Well, I mean, I guess I could attack for lethal, but it wasn't going to happen. I didn't want them to Cryptic me with this Mutavault up. Or I guess... I don't know. All these games are so long. Oh, Field of the Dead? That's in this deck too? Alright, Promo says good games. They apologize for being so slow. Their computer was laggy, but really, like, we were taking our time anyway. I would Trickster this and then just try to attack with the wet creatures that we have, and if there was a Cryptic, actually, I don't know what I would do in response to a Cryptic, because I still don't have enough mana. What was my next draw? Oh, Cavernous Souls would just make this easy. Okay, I would just let Cryptic resolve, activate Mutavault, maybe Crew Copter attack. I'm not sure. Something. We were dominating here, and we actually saw some play out of the Pithing Needle. Now I don't know if this is better than Chalice. I think they took out some of their 1-drops, or like the 1-drops. Well, whatever. I'm not sure. I just don't like. I know Relic is super powerful in this matchup, and I don't want to play Chalice on 1 and cut off what I think is actually a much better card in the matchup. So Chalice on 1 to me is like not an option. Whereas maybe, I don't know, Chalice on 2 maybe is no. I mean, they have answers too. Anyway, like wherever I put this Chalice, they can always blow it up with Abrupt Decay. So I'm not a fan of cards like that in the matchup. All right. We didn't see much out of... Did we see Lurrus in this match? I guess we did in game 1, but we lost anyway. Still, whatever. Merfolk versus Sultai Uro. That was a long one. So we're going to thank all my patrons and Twitch subscribers for supporting the channel. We're also going to thank our sponsors, themanabase.com and Mana Traders. This has been Nikachu Merfolk Master playing Lurrus Merfolk over there in Modern.